Yo, 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 it's your boy One Deep 215 back with another video. What's going on out there, y'all? Let's get right to it. I'm noticing, well, I've been noticing, but a lot of you guys out there are dealing with women that don't even like you. And I think we need to bring it to the forefront. A lot of men, a lot, not all, y'all dealing with these broads and they don't even like you. We talk about it all the time. Some women like for circumstance. Some women like for benefit. Some women like just for something to do. A lot of them look at themselves as pimps. You know, we know a lot of these women want to be us and want to act like us. And there's nothing prideful about being a male pimp or a female pimp for that matter. People shouldn't be used. People shouldn't be taken advantage of. People shouldn't be lied to. So I'm not praising it on either end. But a lot of these women, believe it or not, look at themselves as pimps. We talked about in other videos where they got these build-a-bear men, where they got men that they use for certain things and certain needs, and certain qualities. But here's where it hit home with me, because some men will sit back and be like, well, I know she really don't like me, but we just doing our thing. I'm just playing that role. I'm not committing to her, she not committing to me. And there's nothing wrong with that. See, we're not talking about on that landscape, because if we was being real and if I was being brutally honest and transparent about that, that's how a lot of situations is on both ends. We know relationships is at an all-time low. We know marriage is at an all-time low. So this ain't even that. This ain't even the guys that's sitting back dealing with women and just playing their role, because that's what the situation brought. Neither one of y'all looking for nothing serious, and you just there for companionship. You just there for sexual escapades. You just there for just for somebody to embrace maybe your thoughts with. That's what's happening with a lot of these relationships, if you want to call it that. So I'm not shunning that. What I'm shunning is the fact that some of these guys out here are dealing with these women. They're claiming these women. They spending their time and their money and their effort and their energy with these women that they claim they're in a relationship with. So we not looking at this, because I know a lot of men out there, that's going to be one of the first things some of y'all say. Some of y'all going to understand where I'm coming from. Hell, maybe all y'all understand where I'm coming from. But y'all probably thinking of it like, wait, you know, I'm dealing with shorty, but she ain't my girl. I ain't doing, and that's cool. When there ain't no investment involved, there's no investment involved. I'm talking about the flip side of that. These men be taking these broads out, investing in them, consuming ample amount of time with these women, and it's one-sided. When you putting your all in and it's not being reciprocated back in its proper, in an equal way, or not even equal, but in the proper way, you're getting the short end of the stick, because what's happening is a lot of men in these times that we living in, if we being real, is so desperate to be in a quote-unquote relationship that they're willing to take the short end of the stick. And I'm here to tell y'all that shouldn't have to be. It shouldn't have to be like that. If a woman don't match your energy or what you got seeping through you on her, it shouldn't be that way, because let me tell y'all, the thing is, women go out with a narrative saying that this and this and this and that has to be checked off before you even can come near me or be in my space or be close to me. And don't get me wrong, some of those things are valid, because everybody should have standards. You know, we getting up there in age for a lot of my men that's watching, not all, but a lot of y'all's getting up there in age, and you're not just going to meet a woman that just want to go through the ringer with you, and we just some do, a lot do. We just spoke on that, but a lot of y'all men is meeting mature, seasoned women that have some type of expectation, some type of standard, and I'm not shunning that. But they setting the bar pretty high for nothing. They setting the bar pretty high because what they do is they see men and they get a feel for them. They fill out the room, they read the room, and they see this guy is pretty thirsty. This guy's pretty desperate. He's just happy that I sent him a text. He's just happy that I called him tonight. He's just happy that I invited him over. He's happy and willing to take me out and do things for me because he want to be with somebody. You know what? Let me use that to my benefit. Not all, but some. Thus, I say a majority. If a woman, they like a shark in the water, if they smell blood, a lot of these women will go for what they know. And forget the fact about your feelings, about how much you care about them, about any of that. So I'm just raising awareness on that end of it. Don't be so desperate to get in these relationships because women see signs of weakness and they will exploit that. And what they'll do is, like I said, they won't reciprocate that on their end. It'll be one-sided like a mug. It will. I can't stress that enough because even us as outsiders see it. If you know, you know. You can see two people out and about and you can tell she ain't digging bull, or vice versa. But a lot of times it's on the other end. She ain't really feeling bull like that. You can tell this a one-sided affair. And this be stand-up, noble guys. This be, thus I say, regular guys. Like, but you can just tell. Body language speaks a lot. Body language speaks a lot, and it's like you don't want to be on that because it's a never-ending battle. It's a mountain that never ends. Like it's damn near Mount Everest. You climbing and climbing and climbing, just trying to get some approval. It's like you're trying to get the approval of a woman, and it's like it ain't that deep because Joe Schmo up the street didn't have to do all that. Her ex didn't have to do all that. So, going back on the topic, a woman that really likes a man wouldn't she I ain't gonna say she's not gonna do certain things because women is women, especially these modern women. But if a woman likes you, you're going to know. You're not going to feel like you jumping through hoops and running a triathlon and having mind games, like all these games and tests and backflips. You're not going to feel like you're doing cartwheels in said relationship. If she your girl, you should know she your girl. It shouldn't be no other thoughts of, I wonder, you always going to have those thoughts and those, you're going to have those little intricate thoughts in your mind about a woman, or is she real, is she loyal, and all that. That's just being human. I'm not saying stop being a human being, but if you know, you know. You shouldn't have to sit back and be wondering about this chick and wondering what's your next move to please her. It shouldn't be that deep because we're going to touch on it. Sex shouldn't be financial. It shouldn't. A lot of these women you're in a relationship with her. You're past the courting and vetting stage. You past the stage of getting to know her. Y'all in relationships where a lot of these women are using sex as leverage. It shouldn't be that, bruh. Once you already done paid your dues and been through a ringer with a woman, there shouldn't be no triathlon to get sex because these women are doing it for far less. Not saying currently, like she's currently doing something behind your back. I'm just saying, just in general. If a woman likes a man, she's not going to make him jump through. She's going to be happy to give her body to this man that she claimed as her dude. She just is. There's no like prized possession or light at the end of the tunnel. There's no tunnel. You've been through that part already. This is men in, we talking about men in actual relationships. This my girl. And she's saying, this my dude. When it gets to that level, it shouldn't be no backflips. It shouldn't be no, well, I know you wanted to see me or whatever. We going out and all that. That part should be over. It shouldn't happen really, period. If you know, you know. None of those things should really happen, period. But I can understand it in that court and vetting stage. I can understand a woman trying to figure a guy out and seeing what he willing to do or whatever. Somewhat. If we being honest, I do somewhat understand it, but I really don't. In my world, I don't. Not saying I'm better than nobody else, but it's just certain things I'm not going for. If I'm going to do something for somebody, I'm going to do it. Out of kindness of my heart, out of whatever generosity I want to do. That's just how I move. Everybody not moving like that, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying on the regular scale, okay, in the court and vetting stage, it might be a couple hoops and a couple cartwheels that a woman want to see or whatever, if I'm being honest. But once y'all did the deed and y'all both agreed on being in a established relationship, all those tests and let me see what he gonna do when I say this and what he gonna do when I don't text him back, all those games should be over. Women play games like that with men they really don't like. They might find you attractive. They might like some of your ways. They might like the profession that you in. They might like your folks, your children, but they all the way don't like you, if that makes sense. Because when a woman really likes a guy, that all that stuff comes to end or never even was brought up, never was a thing. So to my men that's out there thinking they doing something, but in the back of your head, everything I'm saying rings true a little bit, don't turn the neck out of that. That's like a red flag. That's like a red flag in the making because it's happening. Oh, because a lot of times we hear it, us as men. When you talk to women or whatever, they'll tell you, like, I ain't really like them like that. It's a thing. It's a thing. They won't say, oh, we didn't make it far because I ain't really like them like that. This be guys that lived with them, probably had kids with them, maybe damn near borderline married, and they'll sit there. I know y'all men know when you meet a woman, they tell you about who they used to be with. Or you do something with them that they never did with said ex or whatever. And don't get me wrong, everything ain't for everybody. I do get that as levels of liking. You could like a guy or like a woman on the landscape, but your likeness for him didn't reach a certain level that it did with another person. That's just a human element of it. That's the reality of life. That's how it goes. So I'm not saying, oh, you should do this for everybody because this is what you did with me. No, but if you know, you know. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't like to see people taken advantage of. I don't like to see my men being used. I don't like people just overall in the nutshell not knowing and not being aware of certain things. Because there's a lot of people with blinders on. Like it's like they got blinders on because women and men alike, this just ain't a man thing. Don't get it messed up. But there's a lot of men that's happy to be in a relationship. That's all, like, that's their goal. Or, they ain't going for anything, but if the chick somewhat is okay, and we ain't talk about looks, just her personality and the way she act and the way she treat them is somewhat on the up and up, no. And you don't gotta have no chick that's going to be kissing your ass either, or worshiping the ground you walk on either. That's to a whole nother level. But you should know that a woman genuinely likes you, and you should feel it in your soul, in your heart, in your mind, wherever you feel things at, when you know, when your conscience start clicking in, it shouldn't be a wonder at that point. The wondering should happen in the court and vetting stage or in the early phases of said relationship where y'all figuring each other out. That's normal. But once some of y'all guys be living with these women that y'all don't know how they moving or how loyal they is, or if they really like, y'all be living with them and, going half seas and let alone paying for everything, and you don't know. And I'm here to say it's a real thing. There's a lot of women out here, and men for that matter, but we sticking on the topic. There's a lot of women out here dealing with men that they really don't like. They don't. And there's levels to that. They ain't saying they don't like you a whole lot or they hate your guts, but they just don't. You just for now, you know, and it's true. And if y'all cool with that, then hey, by all means. I mean, I don't know where your morals and your pride at, but if you cool with dealing with a woman that really ain't on, like really feeling you all like that, and you're in a established relationship, that's a sad joint. I gotta keep it real. Because most of us would deal with a woman just on the surface. Okay, she cool with me, I'm cool with her, we rock out. We don't know what we would do for each other. We don't, because we ain't even get there. We might not ever get there. That's normal, and that's what's happening a lot. People just dealing with people. Not saying it's right or wrong, you know, with it, but if we being real, that's what's happening. But y'all be invested and putting y'all names on stuff and doing all types of stuff for women that didn't even prove themselves. You know what I mean? Like I said in the prior video, make them earn their keep. That's not making no woman go through backflips and go through the ringer and make sure she willing to pucker up and kiss your ass or nothing. That's not that. Just on the surface, know who you're dealing with. Make her earn your gratitude. Make her earn the fact that she's dealing with somebody like you or what have you. Stop making it so easy because the powers that be, whether it's popular belief or whatever, or cultural norms or modern days, don't let that dictate like, yeah, a lot of people's relationships is failing. I'm happy to actually be in one, even though your relationship is half-assed as much as everybody else's. We ain't doing that. It ain't that deep. You rather have your mental, your solace, and your peace before you jump into something just to be with somebody. Because a lot of times they half-hearted doing things. They very matter-of-fact about things. They very vulgar about things. And it's like, wait, this how it's supposed to be? But you think you just being a man, a good solid man. And ain't nothing wrong with being a good dude. But don't get used and abused in the process. And then next thing you know, y'all break up like this, and she already with another Joe Schmo, and you like, damn, she got over me quick, because bro, she really wasn't banging with you like that. That's another thing. You know, it's not 100% because we know a lot of times when breakups happen, your successor is already lying in the cut. But when a woman can get over you easily, like it didn't take nothing, like y'all broke up and then all of a sudden she doing her, and most of the time she didn't really like you that much. I'm gonna keep it a buck, because one thing we do know about women, a lot of women, not all, they love hard, and breakups is hard for women. Even if they was the one that broke up with you, it's hard for them. So they not just, if they really like you and bang with you, they not just up. They might go out and do things. They still gonna live their life, but they not up with your, like next another guy. They not. They not. If they banged with you on a certain level, but when you see that, you like, she probably like me, but she ain't banged with me all that much. Look at this bull, like she already, or what have you. Y'all know how it go. Y'all know how it go. But I just want to raise awareness to that, because there's nothing to prove. Once you insert a relationship with a woman, yeah, it's things that you want to do to make her happy. That's just being a man. It's not, and don't get this message messed up. It's not wrong with doing things for women, making them happy, being a man to that woman. That's what we do. That's what we do. But it should be reciprocated on the other end. It should. It really should. And you should feel it. You shouldn't just want to do to make, like, I'm doing what I gotta do because to make my woman happy. You sound like a nut a little bit. You sound like a nut. Like, guys be walking around saying stuff that make them sound stupid, and I'd be like, Like, where did that come? Like, I'm just doing what I gotta do to make my thing happy. Ain't nothing wrong with making your woman happy. But she making you happy? Because that's the thing. Like, it gotta be that way too. Especially with the sex. And I'm gonna talk about that on a video coming up real soon. Y'all gonna see it. Because a lot of times that coochie being put up on the pedestal. And we all know ain't nothing pedestalized about that. It is what it is. We like it. We yearn for it because we men. By nature, we like sex. If we being real, excuse me. But it ain't nothing to strive for and do this and do that and do that and and then it ain't. If we being real, right? Is I missing something? So we got to get that out of our minds too. That if I want that cootie cat, man, I'ma follow suit. Do as that woman say, because I know what I want. At the end of the day, at least I'm getting that. Ain't no at least. That shit ain't nothing. It's a pleasure that's involved, and it's joyous, and you can have fun with it. Y'all know me. I'm gonna keep it real on every angle. But it ain't no goal or achievement. It's what it is. You make me feel happy, I'm gonna make you feel happy. We both getting something out of this, baby. So what's going on? What we doing? Y'all see that on another video coming soon. Just want to let y'all know with that one. If you like this video, hit it with a like. Comment down below. Tell me where I'm wrong at on this one. Because I know I'm going to get a lot of different points of views. Everybody got their own lives and what they do. Let me know. Y'all know I like that feedback. If you just stumbled across this video, tap that notifier bell so you can see when more videos like this come out. Until the next one, I see y'all. Peace.